Welcome back to another film analysis. Before we jump into today's topic, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you have friends who love movies as much as you do, be sure to share the channel with them. Your support helps a lot and keeps these videos coming. I've also decided to split future analyses into two sections. The first part will be completely spoiler-free and focused on introducing the film, its atmosphere, and its style. The second part will dive deeper into the story, themes, and interpretation, which means there will be spoilers. So, let's get started. Today we're talking about one of the most influential films ever made, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, released in 1920 and directed by Robert Wiene. Written by Karl Mayr and Hans Janowitz, this German classic is widely regarded as one of the foundations of both horror cinema and psychological filmmaking. At around 75 minutes long, the film blends horror, mystery, and psychological drama. More importantly, it's one of the defining works of German Expressionism. And before we talk about the movie itself, it's worth understanding what Expressionism actually is. Emerging in Germany during the early 20th century, Expressionism wasn't interested in showing reality as it was. Instead, it focused on portraying inner emotions, fear, anxiety, confusion, and psychological distress. In cinema, that meant distorted buildings, twisted streets, exaggerated sets, dramatic shadows, and performances that often felt larger than life. The goal wasn't realism. The goal was to make the audience feel what the characters were experiencing. Shaped by the trauma of World War I and the uncertainty of the time, Expressionism became a way of turning psychological tension into visual storytelling. The story follows a young man named Francis, who recounts a series of strange events that took place in a small town. Everything begins when a mysterious man known as Dr. Caligari arrives with an unusual attraction, a sleepwalker named Cesare. Before long, a number of disturbing incidents begin to unfold, raising questions about who these people really are and what their true intentions might be. If you haven't seen the film yet, this is the point where I'd recommend watching it first, because from here on, we'll be discussing major spoilers. One of the film's most remarkable features is its visual design. The crooked walls, impossible architecture, and distorted environments create a world that feels unstable and dreamlike. The entire film looks less like reality and more like a nightmare. This visual style isn't just there for aesthetics. It reflects the emotional and psychological state of the characters. In many ways, the environment itself becomes part of the storytelling. The influence of the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari can still be felt today. Its visual language inspired generations of filmmakers, including Alfred Hitchcock and Tim Burton, and helped shape the development of film noir and psychological cinema. The film also explores themes that remain relevant more than a century later: madness, manipulation, control, authority, and the fragile boundary between reality and illusion. Beyond its artistic achievements, the film represents a major turning point in cinematic history. It demonstrated that cinema could be more than entertainment. It could explore psychology, challenge social structures, and communicate complex ideas through visual storytelling. The symbolism throughout the film is equally fascinating. The distorted sets and exaggerated landscapes can be seen as representations of psychological instability and a fractured perception of reality. Rather than showing the world as it is, they reflect the inner turmoil of the characters. Dr. Caligari himself can be interpreted as a symbol of authoritarian control and manipulation. He represents systems of power that dominate and exploit others for their own purposes. Cesare, on the other hand, symbolizes individuals who have lost their autonomy and become tools in someone else's hands. He embodies victims of control, exploitation, and abuse of power. The film's heavy use of light and shadow reinforces its central themes. The contrast between darkness and light reflects the conflict between reason and madness, truth and deception, consciousness and the unconscious mind. Even the film's narrative structure contributes to its themes. By presenting a story within a story, it constantly challenges the audience's understanding of reality and creates a sense of uncertainty that lasts until the final moments. In the ending, we learn that the events we've been watching may actually be Francis's version of reality. He is revealed to be a patient in a psychiatric institution, and much of the story may be shaped by delusion, fear, and hallucination. Suddenly, Dr. Caligari is no longer a sinister mastermind but a doctor, and the entire narrative takes on a completely different meaning. This twist transforms the film into a meditation on perception, reality, and the complexity of the human mind. More than 100 years after its release, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari remains one of cinema's greatest achievements, an influential masterpiece whose impact can still be seen throughout modern filmmaking. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this analysis and want to explore more classic films and hidden cinematic gems, make sure you're subscribed. Until next time, take care, and keep watching great movies. And if you'd like to check out another movie breakdown, I've linked my analysis of a hero right here on the screen. Go give it a watch when you're done with this one.